Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest video guide. So we have a brand new volume of Conquest number 17 starting on Monday, and as usual thanks over to the amazing guys at SWGOH Events Discord server. They shared a preview of the upcoming feats we will need to complete to get our dark side array unlocked. She looks amazing, so definitely looking forward to getting her unlocked. And as always, yeah, I'll just go through all the sectors here. So starting with global, then sector 1 through 5. If you haven't seen yet my website, there will be a link in the description below, so you can go anytime there, visit it and have a look at what I'm doing there. So let's just go ahead and start off here with the global. So obviously challenge path is again here, so just do whatever you need to do. And then the first global feat, Marok and Shin. I think overall they reduced even further the number of battles we have to do. I think previously we had to win like 20 battles, now we only need to win 15 battles for these global feats. So definitely looks like it's gonna be even less grindy than before. So we have to win 15 battles with Marok and Shin in your squad. They don't have to survive, they just have to be there. So even if they're like level 1, gear 1, you should be able to knock this out, if nothing else, in sector 1 on bad batch node, dash nuking with the AoE or whatever, depending again on data this will have. Or you could just put in, like a full dark side unaligned force user lineup for one of the global feats that requires us to do that. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Critical chance down, that's a bit of a random one. So a few different options here. So we do have some Night Sister feats again to do. So Night Trooper from the Night Sisters can get critical chance down. I think this one could be a fun one because with Nebit's lead, whenever Jawa or droid allies critically hit an enemy, they land critical chance down. So basically even Nebit is like low gear, low level, just put him in the lead, chuck in some droids with AoEs and you should get this knocked out probably in a few battles. So that's one way to do it. Another one is with Geos, so Sanfak, whenever he attacks out of turn, I think he applies critical chance down. So Geos, lots of attacks out of turn, so again, could really speed up this. And finally, looking at Troopers, kind of Empire squad, like Short Trooper does on his basics, so maybe if you put Imperial Ambition with Piet on Short Trooper, then Short Trooper is called to assist doing that. Tarkin's got as well on his special to land on all the enemies. It's not a great team, I'm not suggesting you should use this exact team, just more like highlighting the key units that you can utilize, but definitely I think the droid one with Nebit lead seems like the most straightforward way to do it, or Geos. And now we got dark side unaligned force users, win 15 battles with these guys. So it's only dark side, not light side, so depending on what you've got, I think you can form 3 full dark side unaligned force user squads. You could do Kylo and then with Marok and Shin, for the global feat we mentioned earlier. Inquisitors, they're all dark side unaligned force users. That could be one squad, and then your leftovers, I guess, Molly, Starkiller, I don't know if these guys can get anything done. Probably they can, I don't know. So quite a few ways to go about this. And as mentioned before, we do have Night Sisters again. We can kind of form 2 full Night Sister squads now with the addition of latest Night Sisters. We have to win 15 battles. So again, hopefully shouldn't have too much problem with knocking this out. And Galactic Republic, we have to win 15 battles with Galactic Republic. Again, Galactic Republic is such a big faction. Probably you can even form more teams that I put here. These are just some of the best ones like General Skywalker, Padme, Bad Batch with Shakti. There you go guys, this time I did finally remember Omega. She's not a Galactic Republic, because in the past twice we had Galactic Republic, I kept including Omega, and no, she's a clone trooper. So you'll want to use Shakti in that 5th slot. If you got Amidala, just put some team around her, and then obviously Kenobi with the leftover Galactic Republic can get a lot done in Conquest. So overall these global feats not looking, I guess, too annoying. Yeah, I mean, hopefully shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also reducing the number of battles from 40 to 20 in last volume, and now even further from 20 to 15 is definitely a welcome addition, at least for me. Let's head over to sector 1 feats. So critical damage down. It's again an odd one here. There are a few units that can do it. However, obviously looking at some of the other feats we need to do in this sector, you could put some sort of a mercenary squad together. So you could do Dash, Han, Beskar, Mando, Marok, and Shin. Again, Marok and Shin, for their global feat, they don't have to survive. They're all mercenaries, so they will count. And then Dash on his AoE lands critical chance down on all the enemies. So you could get probably 5 per battle this way. And then another way is doing some sort of team with Fallen Basti, because on her special as well, she applies, I think, Fear on target and another random enemy, and then the other 3 get critical chance down on all the other debuffs. And when Fear expires on those 2 you applied, it also turns into critical chance and all the debuffs. So in theory, this could also get like 5 a battle, maybe even more if you keep the Terminator train going with pulps. Tarkin is in there if you need critical chance down, right, for the global feat. And then Morgan as well for her feat here as well, and then Thrawn just to a little bit control things. I don't know, just again highlighting the key units and trying to put some teams around them. And especially before we got Morgan, that's what, hence the Pulp Morgan squad we already covered, it's right here. And then you can, you know, depending on what Night Sisters you've got, put Night Sisters together for the global Night Sister feat. If you include Night Trooper, it'll also maybe help you with critical chance down for the global feat. And this you have to win 10 battles, but Morgan has to survive. So it depends obviously, because Morgan will prevent revives on your Night Sister squads. Depending what you can do. That's why maybe chucking in zombie there, just a little bit trick AI to go maybe a little bit for zombie. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And as mentioned before, we got mercenaries. So this is the mercenary squad that you know, can do Marok, Shin as well as critical damage down. So I think that could be my go-to one. Otherwise, we could do some sort of bounty hunter lineup. Then Afra with a bunch of scoundrels. And then Kira as well with her prepared squad, Hondo. They're also, all of these guys are mercenaries. So a few ways to go about this, depending obviously on what you've got in your roster. And we have the Return of the Blight feat. I mean, as in previous run, it's pretty straightforward. Just Enoch lead, even at low gear. Just, yeah, you can do it in a couple of battles without many issues. Okay, and then we are looking at the mini boss. So the mini boss will be Seer. Now this time on the their events, SWGOH events Discord server, they didn't post the actual teams for just the bosses. So we don't know exactly what composition of this will be. But I think last time they had Malekos in there and it was pretty brutal. So the feats we have to do here is we have to win with Death Trooper Peridia defeating an enemy. That could be a tricky one, obviously depending on the level of your Peridia, but maybe something with data disk we can figure something out. And then also win without using attackers in your squad. Might as well throw Night Sisters in there, I guess. I don't know, because these sisters are not attackers. And then for the final boss versus Calarambac, again, no information what team, you know, so we'll have to wait and see. But I guess some sort of Sith lineup should be able to hang in there. And then the feats we have to do is win with Luthen in our squad and Marok surviving. So Luthen can die, doesn't matter. And then Marok has to survive. So again, depends how this will go. Obviously, if you don't have Luthen unlocked, you will not unfortunately be able to complete this. So you will miss out on 2 key cards already here, right in Sector 1. Let's hop into Sector 2. Potency up. Gain potency up 50 times. We had this before. There are quite actually a few units that can give potency up. So we both Fifth Brother, Marauder, they have special that grants potency up to all allies. So you know this will give you 10 at minimum per battle. Then we got Gideon for the armor shred, you know, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Then we got rebels as well, Sabine with armor shred, Allbender as well, potency up, so that maybe can help out. Also, if you find like, you know, a Phoenix node or a Kylo, you could really cheese, probably knock this out in a couple of battles. And then we've got the Jet as well, both Kyle and Kit grant potency up to allies, so this will help. And finally Spy as well can grant potency up on his special to separatist allies. And obviously we have Sanfak in there for the global crit chance feat. So, you know, it's not too difficult. Great Mothers. Win 10 battles with Great Mothers, surviving. Great Mothers, like Morgan, prevents revives. So maybe you can get this done with the full Night Sister squad to also, you know, make progress towards the global feat. Otherwise, we'll have to do some sort of, I don't know, something with Dash, Han, Chewie, again, depending on what data disk we will have available. Unaligned Force users, now unlike the global feat where it specifies we need to use dark side, this you can use dark or light side. So I'm just kind of repeating the dark side ones for the global feat that we already had and adding the 2 light side squad as well. So as you can see, unaligned Force user faction, we got now 5 full teams, has really grown over time, so plenty of flexibility there. And for the armor shred, well, what we normally do, CLS, Han, Chewie, Sabine, find the Phoenix node, find Hux node, and you can just cheese this in a couple of battles. Otherwise, mentioned earlier, Guinness got an armor shred. Then if you're doing your Jedi team for potency up armor shred, they can as well double dip there, and so can as well these guys. I think Riva and 8th Brother, they've got armor shreds. They're a bit conditional, I think, they're armor shreds, but for the most part, hopefully you'll be able to land them. Then we've got mini boss in sector 2. Who is it? It's Admiral Redis. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. So we have to win with Shin defeating an enemy. Now this could be a tricky one, especially with Lord Gear Shin, but hopefully data disks will help us out there. And then we also have to win with a full squad of Night Sisters. It's gonna be interesting, I guess, versus Admiral Redis. Sometimes they do like to jack up a lot. So again, we'll have to test out and see what works. And then for the final boss, what do we got here? So we will be battling versus General Grievous with Ezra Exile defeating an enemy. So you can see Sector 1, need Luthen. Sector 2, you already need Ezra. So already in Sector 1 and 2, you may be missing out on some key cards here because of these recent Conquest units if you don't have them unlocked yet. This is thing obviously with any light side defeating feat, we'll be using Master Luke, Jedi squad there for armor shreds, potency up, so hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult. And we also have to win with a full squad of mercenaries. I guess Dash could do it, I don't know, I mean John Grievous could be a handful, but you know, we'll have to test it out, I guess. Let's move on to Sector 3 now. Accuracy down. Attempt to inflict accuracy down 50 times. So just a few teams here kind of suggested. So I think 8th Brother and Scout Trooper, they inflict accuracy down to all enemies. So they're both Empires, so you could run some sort of Palpatine Malak squad, I don't know. See if you know that works. We also got Palpatine for the stuns in there. So maybe you could get 10, or if you can stall battle, maybe 20 times accuracy down. And then we've got as well, obviously, our guys here. So again, applying accuracy down with Inquisitors. And then Cat Bane does it on his basic. So, you know, if you put some sort of weak Jabba squad without Leia, you can probably as well stall the battle quite a long time and just, you know, keep calling Cat to assist. So that could help. Then we got Peridea. Win 10 battles with Death Trooper Peridea surviving. So I guess you could do Night Sisters, you could do Remnants. It really, I guess, depends what you've got, or just some sort of, you know, mishmash cheese team. You know, I'll test a few things out, and obviously we'll be updating this as I'm playing through. Then we've got ourselves a stun feat, attempt to inflict stun 50 times. Pulps, some sort of Sith Empire lineup, you know, probably can get like maybe 10 stuns a battle. Then we can do Jedi lineup. Now the reason why there's Malak lead, because we have the no leader feat in this sector as well. That's why, you know, we got stuns between these Jedis, then I guess Old Ben there a little bit for, you know, taunt, things like that. I don't know, just an idea. And then let's go ahead and have a look. And we can also, I guess, do Bad Batch here, because both Tech and Wreckers got stuns, but again, their stuns are conditional. So if you can line it up, you know, it could also get you 10 stuns a battle. But again, if you do want to have Galactic Republic Global Feat as well being done with this team, do not include Omega. And the no leader feat. We all love this one, don't we? Malak is usually our go-to guy for the non-Galactic Legends stuff. Otherwise, if you have Galactic Legends, things become easier. Maybe we'll try Darkside Island Force users with Marok and Shane for their global feat as well. See if that can knock out something in Sector 3. And for mini boss versus Hunter Bad Batch, and we have to win with Morgus surviving and defeat an enemy with Mercenary. Lots of Morgan and Great Mother surviving, isn't it? And they both prevent revives. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. See what we can get done. Because Bad Batch, if they get rolling, you could be in trouble. So we may have to resort to some sort of dash nuke. Well, speaking of dash nuke, there is, you can put a full mercenary lineup, or if you have Jabba, put some mercenaries around Jabba, and hopefully one of your mercenaries can get the job done. Final boss, battle versus Bane. Bane, like, we don't have a lot of experience how a full Sith team under Bane works, but I think we did have it already in Conquest, and it was quite tough to take down, depending obviously what allies they put in there. If they have Malaki there, obviously we will not want to use Palpatine lead, because we can't gain bonus turn meter, but if not, otherwise Palpatine for the stuns. Definitely want to maybe bring in Nihilus for the insta-kill right on Bane, I don't know. And yeah, we have to win with Sabine, but she does not need to survive, looks like, so even at low gear if she dies off, don't matter. And then for the dark side, we have to win with only dark side units in our squad again. No lead, Kylo squad maybe, and yeah, or we just do some sort of pulp squad as well, again, for the stuns if you still need them, I don't know. We'll test out things, don't you worry. And let's head over to Sector 4, Speed Down. I don't think we had Speed Down before. So quite a few options here actually for Speed Down, surprisingly. So we've got your Imperial Remnants and Night Trooper. Got an ability that inflicts Speed Down. We also have Speed Down 7 Sister. I think whenever she like assists on one of her Inquisitor allies, then she's applying Speed Down, so that could, I guess, work well with Inquisitors. Spirit does Speed Down on her basic, so you could do if you're knocking out Night Sister feat. Then for the Galactic Republic, Fives does it on his basic, and Fives is getting a lot of turns, right? Because he's getting bonus turn meter whenever his allies are hit, so, you know, probably could do it quite a few times. Also his basic double taps, you know, so hopefully should help out. And then we got some other themes that got like AoE speed down, so obviously you could just do like a Rey and then light side units. So Vet, Chewie, Cal and Jedi Cal, they all have abilities that apply speed down on all the enemies, and then Luke, I think, does it on his basic. And then the Dark Star version of it is you could do SE lead, Malak, just, you know, to a little bit get a taunt up, and then Vader, Fallen Basti and Phasma, they all apply speed down to all the enemies. So I think this shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully you can find something in here that will work for you. And we got Feat, Night Trooper and Enoch. We have to win with them. Doesn't sound like they have to survive. So again, you know, if you don't have like anything that useful, not sure why photo Phasma is not showing there. I'll have to check it out. But anyway, yeah, you could, you know, do a full Imperial Remnant lineup if you want. Otherwise, some sort of Kylo thing could work as well. Throwing Phasma, which I need to see why her image is not showing there. Throwing Phasma for the speed down. And then we got Shin. Win 10 battles with Shin, but unlike Global, she has to survive. So I've done this in the previous round of Conquest where we had all these survival feat. Like Maul Watt combo works really well. So even with low gear units, you can knock things out. Otherwise, some sort of dash, Han, Chewie, if you have high gear units, you can throw in Marek as well for the global feat. Maybe that'll work. Otherwise, again, reverting to our trusty Kylo and his dark side unaligned Force user squad. And we got Flawless. I mean, just do whatever, I guess. You just have to win without losing any units. Hopefully, just by knocking out some of the other feats, this thing will take care of itself, because do you remember when this used to be 20 battles, like back when? Now it's only 10, so hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. And we got ourselves a mini-boss versus Dash Scoundrel lineup. Now these Dash lineups in Conquest can be juiced up a lot, so we'll have to wait and see what works. Hopefully Night Sisters can survive the AoE. I don't know. But yeah, definitely want to include Spirit for speed down if you are doing Night Sisters here. For the Hoki Allegiance feat, and then we have to defeat an enemy with Kylo Ren. So that's the OG Kylo, episode 7 Kylo Ren. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see how that will line up. Because yeah, Kylo's not doing that much damage, but maybe with the help of data discs he can knock somebody out actually. And for the final boss, we'll be battling versus Finn. Again, no details what kind of Finn lineup. If it's gonna be Finn Zori lineup, oh boy, watch out for that one. So we have to win with Hu Yang surviving. So and then with a full squad of unaligned force users. That's why I thought maybe we can again do the Mole Watt trick if you have a low gear Hu Yang. And then for unaligned force users, just, you know, what I've been showing you already for the global feat as well. Knock these guys out. And let's head over already to Sector 5. And this is again critical damage up. Seems like speed down. It's quite a lot of options here for you. So I just kind of listed a few ideas. Hopefully you can find something in here that will help you out. So we have to gain critical damage up 50 times. Now you can, because we do have Imperial Remnant feat in this sector, you could do Remnant Squad. Both Enoch and Scout Trooper can get critical damage up for your team. Then obviously we got the Jedi lineup, both Master Luke, but Luke only, I think, when he goes into ultimate you get critical damage up, and then on his special the target as well get critical chance up. And then Padawan also, I think whenever his allies are like critically hit or something, he's getting critical damage up, and then Reverend grants it to himself. So yeah, I don't know, both Yodas there for the Foresight, because spoiler alert, there is an evasion feat in this sector. And moving on, so in terms of critical damage up, Dash, I think all the prepared allies gain critical damage up or something at the start of the battle, so just his leadership will do that for you. And then Young Han as well, he gives it to himself and target ally, and then Han just gives him to himself. Bam Dam a little bit there for survivability, and IG11 for the Foresight. And we've got Inquisitors as well. Grand Inquisitor on his, I think, AoE gives you critical damage up, so that'll help. And then we got lots of Imperial Troopers, so if you don't have the Remnant squad built up, but you do have Troopers like Iden, Scout Trooper, Stark and Snow Trooper, they all can get critical damage up, so that could help. And then Biggs is a cool one, because on his basic, he applies critical damage up to a random ally. So under Mon Mothma lineup, Biggs is a rebel fighter, will be assisting a lot, so you know, hope this can knock out probably if you find like a Phoenix node or a Hux node even in one battle. Or otherwise you could do CLS again with Biggs, and then Leia on her basic, she's giving critical damage up to all allies, or just yeah, I think so, so that could help there as well. And then moving on, we got again Kylo with his unaligned force user squad. So with Kylo, whenever attackers gain advantage, they get critical damage up as well. So the way I gain advantage is Kylo doing his AoE, and then also Kylo and Mask, I believe whenever his hit first order allies gain advantage. So, you know, should be able to get advantage a few times, and then a critical damage up a few times. And then we also have unaligned force user lineup, because Cal from his unique, I think, when he gets, I don't know, 10 stacks of his buff or whatever it is, or unaligned force users will gain Foresight, so this can help you with evasion. As well, critical damage up, both Rey and Cal also dish out to the squad, so this will help out a little bit, I guess. We got the Imperial Remnant one. I guess you can form 2 Imperial Remnant lineups, but this is Sector 5, so all these enemies will be very fast. So I'm not sure that the OG Gideon squad can actually survive something. I'll test it out. We may need to rely on Dark Gideon. And then we got ourselves Morgan and Great Mothers, so lots of these ones. So you have to win 10 battles with both of them surviving again. Night Sisters, maybe some sort of Kylo lineup, I don't know, we'll have to test out, because this is Sector 5, again, things get scary. And yes, Evasion one, that's, to be honest, that's probably like the only annoying feat that we have in all of the Conquests. All of them are kind of straightforward, and you have to evade 100 attacks in battles you won. So you can't just like cheese, you know, a Kylo or a Hux node, hit auto and you're dodging, right? Because that will be a timeout, so you actually have to win the battle. A little bit annoying. But again, just a repetition of some of the teams we covered up earlier. So we got a Jedi lineup that can get evasion, critical damage up. Same thing with unaligned force users for both feats, critical damage up, evasion. And then some of Galactic Republic lineups, Bad Batch, and as well Kenobi. They got some foresight there that can help you. And otherwise, Qui-Gon lead, right? You start off with foresight. And then anytime one of your guys or enemies are defeated, more foresight. Then you got Revan, Yoda, both Yodas, they've got foresight as well. And then Jedi Luke, he's got blind on his special, so that can help with evading as well. There's a few different options here, by no means the most exhaustive list. It's just something I kind of put together. And finally, Darth Revan. Again, no information what kind of squad this will be, but usually Darth Revan is tough to take down in Conquest as a boss. So we do have to win with Shin surviving and without attackers. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do without Galactic Legends, but for now, just maybe Kylo could work. And then no attackers. Oof, that might be a tough one. I don't know. Depending on data disk, maybe we can get something done here. And then for the final boss, what do we got ourselves? Win with Balan Skull in your squad and with light side only. Yeah, if you got Balan, probably just do your standard Balan lineup. I don't have Balan, so I don't know how that would work. So we just got a placeholder there for now. And then Gungans, I have to change this to light side only. So yeah, we have to win with a light side only. Yeah, I mean, Gungans are a handful to take down in Conquest, right? So normal Jedi Master look works, hopefully, and this can get it done as well. Alright guys, as you can see, a few typos I need to go back and correct now that I've been recording this. I noticed them. Hopefully this will help you out a little bit, at least to begin with, when Conquest starts on Monday. Otherwise, as always, I'll be kind of playing through, recording some of the battles that I do and share those with you, what worked for me well. And also we'll be updating the feats, and as well I will be building out the daily plan as I go along. So for those of you that will want to follow along, this will all be updated on daily basis. And I'm a bit busy at the moment, so there may be a delay of a day or two while I'm uploading this and recording, so just bear with me while I'm sorting everything out. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you will be able to unlock Dark Side Ray here in this Conquest volume. If not, even if you get Gold Crate, you get her in 6 months instead of 3, which is still not bad at all. So overall, I would say the feats are kinder and kinder, getting kinder and kinder, like they're reducing the amount of battles. So we went global feats from 40 to 20, now to only winning 15, and then the sector feats we went from 20 to 15, now needing only winning 10 battles with certain factions. So I think definitely will be the least grindy Conquest we had in a while, to be honest. At least that's how it feels like. I guess it'll all depend what data disk CG will bless us with, because we don't have any information on disks yet. So if you do need a refresher, what we had last time, we had Amplify Agony, so you'll want to grab a couple of those. Decay Turn Meter for turn meter removal. We got a Volatile Accelerator to apply debuffs, and whenever we apply debuffs, Amplify Agony will trigger and we'll be doing a lot of damage. Weak Point is a nice one for stacking offense for every debuff on characters, and then Protection Shield, just a little bit of protection recovery whenever we are critically hit. So this is kind of the data this said that for the past volume I was trying to put together. Believe it or not, in the last round of previous volume I did not get Volatile Accelerator. I mean, I was still able to make it through, but definitely some of the cheese was much more difficult to make work without this. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I guess I will see you in the next one, probably on a Saturday Galactic Challenge. Hopefully there'll be less drama around it than it was with the first Galactic Challenge we had yesterday. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.